So good morning, everybody. Welcome to, can you believe it's Friday? Thank you for joining me here on YouTube today. I'm sorry I can't be with you live, but I'm sending you lots of love in advance for 8 o'clock on Friday morning, your time. So, or wherever you are, if you're in Dubai, I think it's a little later. So let's have a little rock on the sit bones. So remember, if it doesn't work for you on all fours, you can sit like this. You can even be on the knees if you like, or sat in a chair. However, whatever works for you. Today we're working with the element of space. We're going to try and find some space in the body. So, but first of all, taking a moment to arrive with a hug for you. Reminding you to take care of yourself. Can I even have a little rock with the elbows here? We're going to be working a lot with this little rocking action all month. Saturday's course as well. Let's change over the cross of the legs. And maybe having a rock forwards and backwards as well. This rhythmic rocking, the body loves it. Tells the body it's safe. It's like, oh, here I am. I've arrived. So we just gently rock. And then we find our place wherever we are. Wherever you're seated today. You can keep on rocking if you like, as you just bring the hands down to the knees. And close the eyes. It's the way that we soothe ourselves before we go into any kind of movement practice. We take this moment just to come into the body, so you take the hands on the body. That can feel nice. Give yourself a little massage, wherever feels good for you today. Just placing the hands on, finding where there might be any areas of tension, giving yourself a little massage, just to bring yourself into your body. And let's arrive wherever you are. You might want to sit onto something. Breathe together. If it feels okay, you can close the eyes. Remember that sphere breathing we were doing yesterday? Feeling the ball inflate in all directions as you breathe in, as you breathe out. Just this gentle release. Slow down the breath and allow it. Just to lull you into this lovely state of calm. The flow of the inhale and the exhale. And then you can keep the eyes closed if you like, as we start to circle around the sit bones. Good morning. How are we? Say good morning to your body as well today. You have to think about the movement practice. It's like having a conversation between you and your body. What's going on for you today? How are you today? Let me treat you well. Imagine it's your body's birthday. Treat it well. I'm going to pamper you all day. Going to take care of you. I'm going to put into you everything that your body needs and wants. Let's change over the cross of the legs. And the trick with that is it's taking the space to tune in. So many of us have become disconnected to our physical bodies. So disconnected, we live in our heads. The relationship is between the head and the computer or the device. If we foster instead the relationship between our mind and our body, Our body will tell us everything that it needs. You know, like you go to your phone, it's like you've got an app. It's time to update. Time to reboot an update. The body will tell us what it needs as well if we just take that space. Okay, let's extend out the legs in front. Hands just supporting you behind. We're just going to drop the knees side to side. Right. So it's more like just one knee dropping in, one opens out. I'm going to invite you to focus on your anchor points, which are your feet today. What's going on with my socks today? Got them pulled up a little far. The sexiest look, is it? Just dropping one knee down at a time. Our hip mobility is crucial to keeping our spine healthy, our whole body healthy. If it feels okay, you can take the hands onto the body. This tends to make me shift forwards quite a lot, so I have to keep shifting back so I stay in sharp. And how does that feel? And to keep everything moving. And as you drop the knees down to the right this time, let's take this left arm and just lift it up. So we're going to sweep it, lift it up, and then we're going to open up the chest. We're going to slightly roll it in, this left hip, open up the chest. Just throw that arm back. Breathe from there, feel the space. Maybe lift the head up. Good, and then let's sweep around with the arm, the knees drop. We sweep up and around, and again, and lift, rolling in this right hip. Super. And then dropping down. Take the hips to the other side, and what we're going to do is drop this knee down, and then we're going to lift off to a lunge. Now I'm a little close to the screen there on. Like, let me lift up, and I've got this cardigan on. Let's take that off. So lift it up, we've got to a lunge. So if you missed that there, and you're thinking, how did you get there? So we're here, we drop the knees down, and then we lift off to our seat here. And then we're just going to press. And here, you might need some padding under this left knee. Dropping that hip forward. It's nice pressing action. Maybe the hands just come to the hips here, support the lower back. We're not forcing anything, it's just this nice, gentle pressing. 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 And then from here, little challenge for the body today. So we're going to tuck the back toe. You might need to use your hand for this, or you might not. We're going to step onto this right leg. We lift off to a lunge, and then we're going to lift that back leg. And then we're going to press it, and we're going to drop it down. We're going to lift the back leg and drop it down. You see, I lost my balance a little bit there. And it's fine. That's the key. That's the secret. We lose the balance a little. Lift it up, and then we stabilize and find our anchor point. A couple more. We'll be straightening that front leg. So we're just exploring balance. We're not thinking about a pose. But in this last one, what we're going to do is lift the back leg, release that up, this arm down, your right arm, open up the left shoulder and lift the arm up in the air. We're going to try and square the body. So we're going to open up the shoulder, try and square the body there. And then I'm going to throw this leg around. Remember our dancing tree? There we are. We just came into it a little differently, a little weird. So you just throw the leg around, throw the arms around. Weird and wonderful. This is the kind of Aquarian energy of thinking outside the box. So we can even, rotate round, rotate on the foot. What can we do? Standing on one leg. It's great, isn't it? Now let's release that foot down. Let's just anchor in. Take a moment just to anchor in. Find your feet. Maybe it's nice just to rock the hips side to side. The body loves rhythmic rocking, any kind of rhythmic moving. So why through the years we've danced, we've drummed, boosts the oxytocin. The body plugs into this part of the body, this instinctive wild self, that natural self. Okay, now from here we're going to step onto this right leg. The left leg's going to lift. And then we're going to tuck it behind you, as if to go to curtsy. And then from here, you're going to lower down, bring this left knee down to the floor. And then sit down onto the ground. From here, we're just going to take a moment. We're going to fold over the legs. So this knee, one tucked under, left leg tucked under. Right leg's just over the top, just wherever feels nice. And then we're just going to flop down and just resting. Taking this space to check in. How am I right now? How am I right now? One more big breath. And then we're going to slowly lift off. We're going to come out of this just by taking the hands back. We're going to open out the legs. We're going to recross them and reach forward. Open out the legs. Recross them and reach forward. This time we're going to open out the legs. We're going to take the feet down. And we're going to bring the knees over to the left. In fact, let's just switch a few times again from here. Let's just switch. 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 This last one, we drop the knees down to the left. And then we're going to push off that left hand. And we find this lunge. Okay, so we just adjust where we are. One knee, so the leg's out to the side. So we're getting this lovely opening the inside of the hips. You'll see all my blankets underneath. I need like lots of padding here. It's a super hard floor. So take as much padding as you need to. Let's find it. Nice lunge, baby. The hands to the lower back. Just finding that freedom of movement. Finding that juiciness in the hips. I'm focusing on these anchor points. The key anchor point right now is going to be this left foot. The back foot's going to tuck under. You might need to use your hands. Remember, it's just doing a jigsaw puzzle. Lifting up, coming onto that left foot. Then lift, and then drop it down and rebalance. Okay, so we take off. Oh, yeah, feeling a little brave. And then we rebalance, we re-anchor. We lift. It doesn't have to be on a straight line. In fact, what we're going to gradually be doing is turning the chest around so it's square to the front. Just to get jam sounds and everything expanding out. And then we're going to find a lovely star shape to start with. And then we're into dancing tree. Da, 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 dancing tree. I love this. Just moving the leg around. We've got one foot anchored in. We're in a safe space. You know, we know this space around us. We've felt into that space. So then we can play around with our edges. We can play and colour outside the lines. Oh, maybe you find some nice little clicks. And you only move into those spaces that feel nice, even if it's just kind of rolling around. Feeling the body there. See what happens. Ooh, make it a little bit silly, make it a little crazy. And now I'm going to take that leg out. We're going to bring it behind in a curtsy. We're going to drop down this right knee, come down onto your seat, one leg in front, and just soften over this leg. And breathe. There we are. One more breath. Okay, from here we're going to lift up, and then we're going to take the legs behind, coming onto all fours, whichever way on you are, doesn't really matter. I'm going to tuck the toes. I'm going to get some movement here in the spine. Just feeling into your body. So, just playing around with the different arc and curl of the spine. Snaking the hips, rolling around, circling, arcing, waving, whatever feels good. Maybe it feels nice now to just start to sit back onto the heels, extend the hands a little bit further away, drop the hips forward and open. And we're not straining to get anywhere, we're just exploring. If you're taking care of the back, be really careful with this forward movement. Just come a little way and then we'll have a look around, see what's going on around us. And then if it's feeling okay, we're going to tuck the toes, press down into the hands and lift off the knees and just start to walk around in a down dog. So we can anchor in through the hands. The feet can be playing around with where they are. They can come wider, they can come in, they can go across the body. Whatever feels good. Just feeling into your body this morning. And then gently, slow as you can, just bring the knees down. Good. Taking the knees back slightly. And just allowing yourself to come down onto the belly to rest. Remember that sphere breathing we did yesterday? I'm going to invite you to do that. Come on the belly. Bring ourselves into a calm state using the breath. And we can also come all the way down with the forehead down, lift off the legs and just get some rocking action on the belly. Feel that gorgeous massage you've got at the front of the body. Where do you feel tightness? You just breathe into there and roll it out. Let's release the feet down to the floor. Take the hands wide now. So different to we would do yoga in do cobra in a traditional yoga class. Hands are out wide, a little further in front of you. We're just softly lifting up and curling down. And we can make this into a gorgeous wave. So what we do is as you inhale, we inhale into the shoulder blades. Feel the shoulder blades fill, press down into the hips. You lift up the upper body from there and then lower down. We're not lifting too much up. We do want to be slightly engaged in the glutes to keep the back safe. Relaxing as you come down. And breathing in, we've got this delicious opening in front of the body. You can look around from here. breathing out and softening down. About 10 of these each day. It's going to be super for you. Play around with where the hands are. Maybe 3 more. On the last one, take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press back onto all fours. Open out the knees and take a rest in seed pose. With your hands extended forwards. Slowly lift it up. One of my favourite movements, getting the core working, the whole body working together. Of course, it's a wild animal movement. We're going to crawl. Okay, so that's all we're going to do is crawl. We're going to do it just with the knees down for a moment. And it's not on a straight line. But I'm going to invite you today to slow it right down. To practice having a little hold of one knee and one hand before you lay it down. So one opposite knee to hand lifted and then press it down. And can you feel things working there? You need to do it slowly, but if you want a little more, just lift everything up a little bit and lower it down. I'm going to do this for a minute. Slow crawling, taking the time and space to feel everything. Our proprioception, where our body is in space, how it's working with the environment. Take the space to look around, see where we're going to go next. Can you feel it working? I can feel my core working with this. Feel maybe here, it's the breath quickening. Maybe yours is too. Is the heat building? Make it as easy or as hard as you like. You know, to make it hard, you just have that moment, you go, squeeze, suspended animation. It's like the cat's just spotted a dog coming. It's not scared. It's just braced. Because basically the cat could have the dog, could do it, right? So cats could totally have dogs. I mean, by have, I mean is that they could win a fight, I'm sure. Okay. Let's come back down to all fours. We're going to top toes, lift off the heels. Take it up. Walk through the feet. Pressing the heels down one at a time, but keep the head relaxed. You may even want to bounce the heels. Shake a little out. And then slowly dropping down to the knees. Coming down onto the belly and rest in Sphinx pose. Rocking hips side to side. That feels nice. 3 breaths. And there we are. And slowly come back onto all fours. Last little movement here. Another favourite of mine. Simply going to take the right foot out to the outside of the right hand. And find quite a wide lunge here. We're going to sink the hip forward. We're going to explore the space around. This is wonderful freedom of movement. Go slowly enough so that you can feel everything. It's like, where do I want to be with this? So think about the different directions you can go. You can even turn slightly towards the inside, get into the insides of the thighs here. And we're not thinking, oh, I want to go to the inside of the thighs, but where are you getting sensation and how do you need to move in order to get into that place? Maybe. Play around with the back foot. We've got the anchor point. Maybe the heel of the right foot, the knee of the left foot. Everything else you can play around with, rotating around that anchor point. Free movement. Really getting into the hips, getting juicy. Nice. Then opening up that right arm. Oh, open up the chest. Fill the space. Then bring this arm up and over. Release the leg back. Let's do the other side. And still, we're working this core. That feels really tight now, doesn't it? Put the left foot forward and go, ooh. A little locked up there. So we want to move around where those tight spots are. Just let the body move like nature. The hands don't have to be down. Remember your anchor point. Left heel, right knee. Other than that, even that back foot can move around. The front foot can. And toes can turn in. You can sit back onto the heels. Explore where you get in sensation. And then let's bring the right hand down. Open up the left arm. Take it forward. Take it full circle. Reach back and look to that hand. Lift it up. Smile. Breathe. Enjoy the opening. And then bringing that arm up and over. Stepping that left leg back. Just taking a moment to move around the hips. And the shoulders. Have a little shake and a wriggle. And then come back to seated, either onto the knees or with the legs crossed. So just take a moment to settle back in. Let's just take this space together. Rubbing the hands together. And placing the hands on the heart. Close the eyes and feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. Ooh. Really got everything moving today. How are you feeling? And remember, you're here and you're alive. We're here and we're alive. Just taking this moment together to appreciate you, your body, to appreciate each other. And then bringing the hands down to the heart. And from my grateful heart to your heart. Namaste, Namaste and good morning. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I do miss you. But I'm possibly, I don't know what I'm doing. I may be just having breakfast with my girlfriends. Tomorrow's inner safety retreat starts at 10:30 UK time. It's for 2.5 hours tomorrow. So it's quite a long one. It's quite specialized. So go and have a look on the Ko-fi page if you are interested in that. And of course, it's not too late to join, so send me an email if you want to join, or just go up and join on there. But sending you lots of love this Friday. We're getting through January. The days are getting lighter. Tomorrow, the sun goes into Aquarius. It's time to get weird. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.